Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in this video, intro screwed up. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that people might not care about, and that is fine, but I just feel like talking about it because, whatever. In this video, I'm going to talk about, the workout equipment that I own and stuff that I've also used and like stuff that I like and all that. So just kind of want to do that. I didn't want to do a top 5 list for this. I just wanted to talk about it normally. I actually don't know how long this video will be. It'll be a lot of rambling and all that, but I want to first start by talking about not the equipment that I own, but I actually used to have a gym membership. I used to live elsewhere where I could actually walk to the gym when I had sight, and I actually really liked the gym that I had, because it's different from Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is like really dirt cheap, but the place that I got a gym membership at, it was like if you signed the contract or whatever for like a year, it was $40 a month, and if you did it for 3 years, it was $30 a month. And I was actually like 19 at the time, and I was like, oh boy, $30, I could save $10 a month, so $120 a year if I signed for the 3-year contract. Never sign something for 3 years, all right? Just take that mistake from me and learn from it. I should have just went with the 1 year, because I ended up like not using it later on, and I was just paying the money for nothing. So yeah, but for what you get in that gym is really cool. I'll kind of like break down a couple things in it, because you get your own membership card and you just walk in and then you scan it on this little red, like it had a red light thing, and it just like went beep, and you like just walk by. Although sometimes they kind of sucked at like having someone at the desk. So, sometimes you could probably sneak in or sneak by without even being a member, so it's kind of bad sometimes, but the staff there was really nice. I guess I'll give the name of it. It's called Live Right. It was called Live Right, and it was an awesome gym. Like I said, the people were great there, and it had the building had 2 floors for the most part, and on the bottom floor you had your bathrooms, which were also locker rooms, and in the locker rooms you had you had showers. They had showers and bathrooms. They also had a tanning bed in there, and that was really cool. And then that led into the pool room, which it had a heated indoor pool. They had a jacuzzi separate from the pool. They had 3 other rooms that were out in that area. One room, I don't know exactly what it is. It had a mint smell to it, and it like felt very weird. Maybe it was for your pores or your nose or something. It was really weird. I don't know what that room is called. And then they had a sauna room, and then they had a steam room, and I really liked the steam room. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. They also had a couple shower heads in that pool area as well, and so it was just really nice. And if you wanted to like have an indoor pool or jacuzzi, so for like $40, for $40 on its own a month, just that alone might be worth the price. That's not even like counting, the being able to work out and the equipment and stuff, and having the nice staff and all that. So just that alone, I feel like is it worth it. But that's on the first floor, and then there's on the first floor, if you go to kind of the left past the desk or whatever, there is the workout room. They have 2 actually. One's upstairs and one's downstairs. And there's more cardio. The cardio equipment is like on the bottom floor, where there are a bunch of treadmills. There are bicycles that you can cycle on. There are different stuff like that. I'm not going to remember every single machine. And also it was wrapped around with this hardwood floor that went all the way around all the equipment, so you could actually run around that and do laps around that or walk around that if you wanted to do that as well and not stand on a treadmill. But in that area as well, they had a few different machines. Just they had a leg curl machine. They had some like flat benches. They had their own. Actually, what's weird is they actually had their own set of dumbbells downstairs, because there were dumbbells upstairs as well, and we'll get to that. But they had a whole set downstairs as well if you wanted to do that. Like I said, they had the cycling stuff. Like that area really was more for cardio-ish stuff, but there was some other muscle building stuff, and like I said, dumbbells. And then we'll go up to upstairs, which the upstairs, you went upstairs, and if you went far enough, there's a bunch of rooms upstairs. I don't remember I don't know what all of them go to, but there was bathrooms upstairs as well. Just a bit smaller, and there's of course water fountains upstairs and a water fountain downstairs. And in the upstairs room, which I think they're smart to do this, because this is where like the big weights are, like the weights where people do get annoyed or maybe intimidated, where people are chucking some big weights, being loud. So they actually have them separated into two different areas, which is nice if you don't really want to deal with that. So that's a good thing. I think at Planet Fitness, I heard they have this thing called the Lunk Alarm, which is kind of crappy. It's like people are trying to work out. I'm sorry if it bothers you, but they don't have that problem at the gym I went to. You go upstairs and they have a lot of different machines. I don't know what all of them are, to be honest, but they do have a dip station where you can do dips on, or if it's a captain's chair, whatever way you want to call it. They had a platform to where you can do deadlifts on and not wreck the floor. They had a couple different bench press machines. They had a decline bench press machine. They had an incline bench press machine, and on the other side they had two normal flat bench press machines. And they had several normal benches that were just sitting there, where you could do dumbbell stuff or like crunches and sit-ups on them. There were like a couple that were like incline. There weren't any that were decline though. You might have been able to adjust them, I'm not sure, but and then they had some flat ones if you wanted to do just dumbbell stuff. As I said, they also had their own set of dumbbells upstairs. They had all of them and more heavier stuff. And then they also had these bars that had like weight on the sides of them. They were basically like a barbell dumbbell, like a dumbbell, that has like the two circles on it for the weight, but instead it was on a longer bar, and they had a bunch of different ones in weight, and those are really cool. So you could kind of use it as a normal barbell, but not have to change out the weights. You just grab the one you want, and those are really nice. They had a bunch of different ones. I think the highest it went up to was like 90 pounds or maybe 110. And they had straight bars, and they had another whole rack of the bars with like the easy curl bar where it's like bent a little bit. They had those. They had I think it's called a preacher curl bench machine thing, or not bench machine, curl machine, where you lean over it and put your arms over it and grab like a bar or an easy curl bar, and then you do that for like a more concentrated curl. They had one of those. They had a squat Smith machine. Weirdly enough, though, they did not have, I don't think they had a normal squat rack. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think they really had a normal squat rack where you could set the bar and do the weight and unlatch it and do that. So you really only had the Smith machine. I could be wrong, like I said, but I don't think they had one of those. They also had other machines there that I don't know what they do. And then you kind of can go over to this cable machine area, which it had like 4 different sides around it, and each side had like different cables. This structure also had like these handles hanging out at the top, so you could do pull-ups on it. I did it a couple times, but I didn't really like them, and also I wasn't strong enough to really do pull-ups. Also, it was really tall. I had to stand up on a chair to reach them, so it wasn't really great. But you had the four kind of areas on the thing, the ones where you sit down like I'm doing, and you can do pulling rows like that, cable rows. And if you wanted, they had like this this tub of different handles, so you could like just like unhook the handle that you want, and you could like add a rope handle, different attachments and stuff. So that was kind of cool. You had that, and you kind of go around to another side, and this one was kind of just like a mid kind of, and I think you could actually raise or lower where the thing is. I'm not 100% sure, but you could probably do like tricep push downs or just lat like push downs or whatever, and different stuff like that with that, cable crossovers, whatever you want to do with that. That one was kind of a midline. Then you could kind of go over around to the lat pull down machine where you just like grab up and like pull down. And there was that, and then you go around more to a cable that was more higher, so you could do like higher kind of pulling reps, like repetition cable stuff, and those were really cool. Out of like all the stuff that they had there, that was kind of one reason why I wanted a gym type deal, because I was not strong enough to do pull-ups, so I really liked the lat pull-down machine because it let me strengthen my lats and work them out, as well as like with all the cable stuff, and I just felt it more than just doing like dumbbell rows. So I really liked the cable stuff. It was really made it easier to work the back muscles and all that. So the cable stuff was really cool. Nothing like, you would think that I would really love the bench presses and stuff, but I really don't. Like, I don't care about like the actual benches, the movement of pushing it up while you're laying down. I like that, but actually laying on a bench, I'm just like, eh. And then you know, they had an incline bench, which was cool. It felt weird. It was all right. I was all right with that. The one that I actually got hurt on once was the decline, because it was really tall and I'm short. So when I was getting off of it after trying it out, I twisted my ankle or my knee, one of the two, and it really hurt. And it really sucked, and I had to walk back home like that with a busted ankle after twisting it, so it really sucked. I also had to go downstairs to leave, so that part kind of sucked. So those kind of things are just kind of like eh. My most favorite things there was like the cable stuff. I also would like sometimes go down and run on the treadmill or walk on it, or do like the bicycle stuff downstairs. So they had them separated. It was a really great gym, like I said, for $40, and you get 2 workout areas, and you kind of do what you want in those. Also upstairs, I went back to this gym. I was at this gym like years ago. That's how I even knew about it, with my friend when I was like a teenager, and he was allowed to bring a friend to show me he was in a boxing class type deal, and that was upstairs. I don't remember what room, and so I watched people box and watched them, you know, do like the jump rope stuff and practicing and all that while I was watching, because I thought about getting into boxing myself. I ended up not doing it, but it was like going to be like $50 a month. I don't know if it was $50 a month just for the boxing, or if it was like, you know, or $50 you're allowed to use all the equipment, and the $10 extra a month would be for the boxing class. I don't know that, but so just to put that in there. So they had a lot of stuff. I think they also had a spa in another building near there. So they had a lot of stuff. But for the base $40 to get all that equipment on top of the pool and everything that you got in there, it was really cool. But like I said, I don't know how long this video will be. That's kind of the equipment there, but the equipment here that I have at my house, you've probably seen like it. I own 2 barbells that I really like, and I own a bunch of different weight plates that I bought from Walmart, and just, you know, eventually I would get some here and there, and like, so I built up a collection of them. They're for like a 1-inch bar, so unfortunately they're not for a 2-inch bar, but I actually do not like thicker barbells. They just feel weird to me. I like the thinner bars. They just feel better. I can get my hands around them, and it just feels better. I just really don't like thick bars. But so yeah, I own a 6-foot bar, a 6-foot 1-inch bar, and I actually weighed that one, and it's about like 18 pounds, so about 20 pounds. And then I bought another like shorter bar, and it's 5 feet long. And I don't remember. I think that one is like about like 15 pounds, 12 to 15, at least maybe 10, somewhere around there. I don't remember the weight exactly. It might have been like 13 or something. But yeah, So one longer one that can hold more weight, and then another one that's a little bit shorter. And so yeah, my weights kind of don't fit on the bar that great. Walmart plates are a little weird, but I built those up and I had those, and that's just one thing. I have a pull-up bar to where I can do pull-ups. I also have two different bands. So if I want to do like attach the band to, I don't know if anyone's heard of Athlean-X, but I actually bought some of their bands. They have two different kinds, and they're really great quality and stretch. They have one that's like black and it's thinner and it can stretch out more, and it's not as hard because it's not supposed to mimic as much weight, so it's easier to use and it's really nice. And then I bought a red one, which was a lot thicker and harder to use. I actually used that one to cut my weight down when I'm doing pull-ups, so I can do more pull-ups and get stronger. So that's a really good use. If you can't do pull-ups, try to get a band that's a thick band that can cut some of your weight so you can actually do some and build up to it. I think that's a great way to do pull-ups. That's how I'm able to, right now, it's not impressive, right, but I can actually do 2 pull-ups, and that's kind of how I did it. When I couldn't even do like half a pull-up before that. But you gotta build up to it. But anyways, so those are like bands are kind of cool. You can like attach them to door handles and do like pulling movements. Just get creative with it. Maybe put it on you to stretch out when you're doing push-ups to make them harder. They're a really good piece of equipment, and you can make good use of them, of bands. I also have 3 sets of the iron hexagon dumbbells. I have a set of 10, a set of 20, and a set of 30s. I have, if I've ever gotten strong enough to where 30-pound dumbbells are too light or something, or not heavy enough, I actually have the dumbbell bars that you can add weight plates to. So I have those, and I can make whatever other dumbbell I want. If I want a 15-pound dumbbell, I can do it, 25, 35. Because I have a bunch of different weight plates. I have, the biggest weight plates that I have are 25s, and they're iron weight plates, so they're freaking heavy. I have those, so I have like 4 of them. I have 10s, and then I have 5s, and then I have 2.5s. So those are kind of the weight plates that I have and all that, and the dumbbells and such like that. And that's actually, I believe, all my workout equipment. So, and the stuff that I kind of like to use. I don't have a bench. I don't really have room for a bench, but I don't really want a bench anyways. So I just do my stuff on the floor. But yeah, that's kind of like the workout equipment that I have, and also the stuff that my gym had and the stuff that I like there. But for mostly workout home stuff, that's kind of my setup. Different barbells, different weights, different dumbbells, bands, a pull-up bar. So I'm pretty much set for anything that I want to do. The only thing that I can't really do, safely if I wanted to do them, is back barbell squats. Those wouldn't really be safe because I wouldn't be able to rack the weight or unrack it. I have to throw it behind my head, and it's not great. So that's kind of the only thing there. But otherwise, I can do almost anything else with the equipment that I have. And I did not, of course, get all this equipment at once. I built it up over the years, just buying it here and there. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. If I honestly wanted to have you get the most bang for your buck, if you're telling me that you're, really strapped for money, I'm going to tell you to get 2 things, because you can still get a good workout and build some muscle with body weight, okay? So you don't need to go out and buy like a bunch of stuff, but get a pull-up bar and get like 1 or 2 resistance bands. That is it. If you get just those things, because like I said, you can use the band to cut off your weight, and then you can do, assisted pull-ups at that point. And then you can do underhanded chin-ups and then work your biceps. So you got your biceps worked, you got your back worked. And then for the time being, you can just do body weight squats and push-ups, and you got a whole workout right there. you want to use the band to make push-ups or squats harder, you can do that too, and I'm sure, and you can figure out a way to make them more difficult. Take an empty milk jug that's like a gallon, fill that up with water if you want to get creative, and do curls with that. Hold the gallon like a goblet squat to make your squats harder, or do single leg squats. And while you're getting stronger with that, if you want, maybe slowly build up your workout equipment over time. But like I said, those are the bare things you would need, is just a pull-up bar and some resistance bands. But that's it. Sorry if this is a long video. Sorry if I've rambled. I apologize. Yeah, this is just, like I said, the equipment that I own and the stuff that I like to use and the stuff that I like to use at the gym when I did go. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what kind of equipment do you own? What kind of workout equipment do you like using the most? And what's your favorite? Or maybe you don't like using any. You just like using full body weight and all that. So just let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.